Okay, let's do this. Hello, YouTube. Mike in Detroit. We're going to go to part two of these passing chords, and this is going to be a good one today because I'm going to arrange this for my late beginners, early intermediate. We got to figure out a shortcut way to get you sounding pretty good. And you see chords like sharp 11, flat 9, sharp this, flat that. So you say, oh, I don't know all that. But okay, I got a treat for you today. We're going to find some tricks and some hacks and some chord stackings. But essentially, we're going to be doing things like a 2-5-1. That kind of thing. Okay, so buckle up. If you need to, get your pencil and paper out, a notepad out. I'm going to work in the key of C, but trust me, you know how we roll. We want to play whatever I'm playing in any key we want. So, the first thing I want to show you is exactly what I want you to do with diatonic harmony in the key of C. So the one chord is a C, right? So most people would play it like that. And let me take my pad off so you can go here. And adjust a couple of buttons there. There we go. But I don't want you to play it like that. I want you to play a 5/1. That chord, a G, or this, any version of. So in the key of C, make sure you're hitting the pause button. Some of you can pick this right up, and some of you need to pause and write this down and then assimilate it at your own pace. So on the one chord of any key, find the 5 and play that triad. That's why I said late beginners, because I hope you know your triads. Matter of fact, if you don't, that's the first thing you should be learning are all of your triads, major, minor, diminished, etc. So, on the one chord, anytime you see a one chord, well, play the one chord in your bass, right? And then play a 5 triad in your right hand. You see, instantly it's going to give you a hipper sound. Now, alternatively, you can play a 3 minor triad in your right hand, that chord. I typically say that. I know you can interchange it. I almost said something I was going to have to take back. So a 3 minor or a 5 major. Very similar sounds. Listen to the difference. There's 3 minor over C, E minor over C in this case. And there is G major over C. You say, well, I don't always play in C. Okay, well, take that one chord anywhere you want to go. So I'm going to go up a few keys and then I'm going to release it to you. So 5/1 is the one chord. Right? Let's take it up here. So what would that be in D flat? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's another thing. Early beginners learn your major scale. All of them. So here's C. Here's D flat. What would that be in D? That'd be A over D. Now when I'm playing this in root position, but that could be any old A. It could be this A. It could be this A. So if you know your triads and all your inversions, you can get a one chord going in any key you want. What's the 5 chord in E flat? Well, B flat is. It's got that one chord sound. I can play it here. What's the 5 chord in E? Well, B is. You get the idea. So, A, know your major scales. Find the 5 chord. It's a triad. Play the 5 chord triad. Let's go back to the key of C. Over the 1 bass. Like that. Okay, that's the 1 chord. Now, let's go find the 2 chord. The 2 chord is a minor chord. In the key of C, that would be D minor. Now, regularly, we would play this. I want you to play that. Well, if you're an early beginner, knock yourself out, play that. But if you're with me on this video, we're going to hit you up a little bit. We're going to play a 4 over 5. 4 over 5. Now, don't say F over D. You need to say 4 over 5 to get it in other keys. Now, once you know the right hand is playing, all these are triads. People balk at triads, and you can make a lot of music with triads. Any inversion will work. So, 4, the 4 chord in C is F. 1, 2, 3, 4 over 2. 4 over 2. Did I say 4 over 5? 4 over 2. So when you push pause and rewind, erase that part. Just keep. So so far we have 5 over 1 and 4 over 2. We can vamp that. We got us a little chord progression going on here. So 5 over 1, 4 over 2. Don't try to analyze this too much. Just work with me on this. Write it down. Memorize it. So don't worry. We're going to pass to these chords in just a minute. I just got to get the destination of where we're passing to. Now, when we want the 3 chord, we're going to play a 5 over 3. Excuse me. I'm going to play a 5 over 3, just like we played a 5 over 1. Now, normally a E minor chord is this. We're gonna play that 5 over 3. So 5 over 1, 5 over 1, 4 over 2, 5 over 3. Now, when we get to the 4 chord, that chord, we're going to play a 1 chord over 4. I know there's lots of ways to play this, but do it this way for today. So, what do we got so far? 5 over 1, 4 over 2, 5 over 3, and then 1 over 4. Let's do that again. Alternatively, here you could play a 6 over 1, that chord. It's similar to the 1 chord in that it's a major chord. You could play a 6 over 4. Or you can play a 1 over 4. Either this or this. But if you had to pick one for today, pick the 1 over 4. Now I'm repeating this so you can kind of either write it down or commit it to memory. 5 over 1, 4 over 2, 5 over 3, 1 over 4. get to the 5 chord, we got some choices here. What kind of 5 chord are we going to? This would be, so that would be a 2 chord over 5. If it's major. If we're going to a 5 major, which rarely we do in songs, by the way, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. If we're going to a 5/7 chord, which is in the key, then we play a 2 minor. A 2 minor over 5 bass. If we're going to a 5 minor, we would play a flat 7 triad. This triad here, B flat triad, over a 5 bass. So on the 5 chord, is going to be a little difficult. It wants to be a little difficult. For now, let's stay in the key, and we're going to call that a 2 minor over 5. Hopefully all that made sense. Now 6 chord, we're going to play a 1 over 6. We're going to play and we're wearing that 1 chord out. 1 over 6. So far we got 5 over 1, 4 over 2, 1 over 5 over 3. 2 over 4. Oh no, 1 over 4, sorry. We get to this 5 chord, we got this 2 minor over 5, and then we got a 1 over 6. We're halfway home. That's what we need to. I mean, you can play almost any song you can think of, especially if you can go to different keys. So that's step 1. Get your diatonic harmony there. Now you still can interchange your regular harmony like this. If you want to. Now the second thing I want to show you are diminished chords. These diminished chords. Spooky little things, aren't they? There's only 3 of them, right? So we got this one, you got this one. You got this one. So I told you there's only 3 of them, because by the time I get to this one, I'm actually repeating. Well, if I get so a diminished chord, if you don't know, is a stack of minor thirds. So there's a C, stack of minor thirds. So if I went to it, if I took this C and put it up here, now I got an E flat diminished. Very symmetrical chords. If I took this E flat and put it up here, now I got this. So think of it as in families. I can call this chord a C diminished, an E flat diminished, an F sharp diminished, or a D diminished. So that's one family. Take it up. I can call this chord a D flat diminished, an E diminished, a G diminished, or a B flat diminished. All same chord. They're just inversions of each other. Now I can go here. That's the last one. I can call this chord a D diminished, an F diminished, and a flat diminished, or a B diminished. By the time I get here, I'm repeating this chord. you about diminished chords because I'm going to give you a cheat. I'm going to give you a cheat. There's a reason I'm telling you about these diminished chords. So, now we're locked and loaded. Now we can play, we can start putting passing chords to this destination. So, let's just say my destination is the 1 chord. That's where I want to go. That's where I want to end up. And I already told you in the last passing chord lesson, I can sidestep to that. Okay, so that's the last video. That's a choice you have. But here we're going to work on 2-5-1s. So 2, 2, 5, 1, 2, 5, 1. And I'm going to tell you exactly how I want you to voice this. 2, 5, end up on 1. So I already told you on the 2, you play the 4 chord. 4 triad. So it doesn't matter if we're going to end up on the 2 or we're starting from the 2. These are voices that sound pretty good, and they're well within the grasp of late beginners or early intermediate. Now when I play this F over D, 4 over 2, I can play this F in any inversion I want. Okay, so my goal is to pass to the 1 chord via a 2-5-1. So whatever my goal is, I go to its 2, and then I voice that chord. Now, when we get to the 5 chord, all I need you to do is let your eye go up a half a step and voice that diminished chord. In any inversion you want. In your inversion will do. So we had a... Now what did I tell you on the 1 chord? That's a 5 over 1. Using triads and sprinkling in a diminished chord, you can sound pretty good without worrying about flat 9s and sharp 11s. Don't try to analyze it, just copy these voicings verbatim. So here we go with the 2 chord. Just did an inversion. Now I did this, but you notice that that's just voice leading. I was thinking about this note there, because that's a half step up from this note. Voice a diminished chord. Now my 1 chord is 5 over 1. I just passed to the 1 chord via a 2-5-1. Okay, so what if my goal is to pass to the 2 chord? There's my target. So I need a 3 chord, right? What did I tell you how to play a 3 chord? 3 minor, that's a 5 over 3, right? Okay, so 3, 6, 2. That's how you get to the 2 chord. Right? So on the 3 chord, we have a 5 over 3. On the 6 chord, what's the rule? Look up a half step, play that diminished chord. How do you play the 2 chord? 4 over 2. See how logical this is? One more time. Well, how do you play a 3 minor chord? That's a 5 over 3. So 3, E, A. Look up 1 half step and play that diminished chord. Any old inversion, I won't do it now. that will land you all day and twice on Sunday, right on the 2 chord. Or it is. So now I have just passed to the 2 chord. Okay? What if I want to pass to the 3 chord? So now I got some kind of E. So my path, my destination would be the 3 chord. So I go to its 2, right? F sharp. The E major scale tells me that. To a B chord, and that gets me, there's my progression. F sharp, B, E. In the last video I drew for you the circle of fifths. I told you that's a good one to memorize, and you can see why. F sharp just wants to go to B. B wants to go to E. Alright, so how do I voice that? So we go to its 3rd. Go to its 3rd, right? And we play a major chord. Could be this. Could be this. Here it is in root position. So we're playing A major over F sharp, or the 3rd of that chord, 3rd of this chord. I say that, like, you know what I'm talking about. You can't read my mind. So let me track you on this. Our ultimate destination is E minor. You already know how to play that. Okay? That's a 5/1. That's where we're going. But we're going to get there. We're going to pass to there by way of I don't want to overanalyze this. Just go to this 2 chord. How do I get to 2 chord? I just know the E scale. 1, 2. Right? Now the next chord is going to be a B of some kind. But we're going to go up. We're going to go find that B, go up a half step, and play this diminished. Don't change the bass. Don't change the bass. Just think up a half step and play that diminished chord. So we have this. Now we need the 3 chord. We already covered that. That's a 5/3. Now that was a long explanation, so let's do that again. Okay, so if you stack these chords on top of these bass notes, it's almost like cheating. It's like cheating, but it's easier to assimilate this way than to figure out that this and sharp that. So we're doing chord stackings, one on top of a bass note, and we're doing passing chords. So we can squeeze a lot out of this particular lesson. Okay, so now I want to go to the 4 chord. So we spent enough time on the 3 chord. I think you got it. You got this. Now we want to pass to the 4 chord. There's our destination. How do you play a 4 chord? 1/4 or 6/4. Okay, that was the first part of the video. So we got our destination. So we need to pass there. So we're going to do this. Okay, so what just happened there? So our destination is the 4 chord. We're thinking now in the key of, the key of F. The 2 chord is G. We go to G's 3rd and play a major triad. Now the result is I got a G minor, but in my right hand I got a major. So to get to F I got G, of F. So I got this for a 2 chord. I go up to this note to its minor third and play a major. Now when I get to C, what am I going to do? I'm going to look up a half step. Not play up a half step, but look up a half step. And I'm going to play this diminished chord. That's why I went over diminished chords with you. Any old version will do. This will do. That'll do. This'll do. This'll do. And that'll get me to F, and that is a 1/4 or 6/4. So far we passed to the 1 chord, the 2 chord, the 3 chord, and the 4 chord. It's rare that you're going to pass to the 5 chord. That's another whole nother video. Usually, if you're passing to 5 chords, that's like dominant or whatever. So we're going to skip that one for now. But it's very common that we pass to the 6 chord. So, what's the 2 of A minor? That would be a B, E, A. Let's figure out how to voice that. A lot of people call that a 7/3/6. It's the 7th degree of the C scale. 3, 6. It's so common it's got its own little name. I call it a 2/5/1 minor. Let's figure out how to voice that. So we're going to play a 2 major over 7. And when we get to the 5 chord, we already know what to do. We're going to look up. We're going to play this. We're going to look up. When I say look up from that note down there. Look up. Don't play it, but look at that note right there, half step above it. Form a diminished chord. And how do we play a 1 chord? We just play a 1/6. So we have passed to almost every chord you will probably encounter in a diatonic scale. Okay. One little tidbit for you. Again, rewind all of this. Play it 100 times if you need to. I like the YouTube algorithm anyway. So we're playing let's say we're playing a 1 chord. So we know that's a 5/1. Now, octave playing is icing on the cake. What do I mean by octave playing? So we have a 5/1. Whatever voicing you pick, I can octafy that. Like that. If I remove this, see that octave? See that octave? Let's play this inversion. I can octafy it. Is that a word? I can play this, right? In other words, I can make octaves out of that. So let's take root position and make it an octave. Let's take first inversion and make it an octave. Let's take second inversion and make it an octave. Put a C bass under that. And that's icing on the cake. Now if I took it away, can you see the voicing there? All I did was take whatever notes down here and double it at the top. And I can do that in any inversion on any chord. Remember I was playing a G minor and I called that a B flat triad. Well, I can octafy that. Here it is regular, take whatever notes on the bottom and double it. What if I was playing it in this version? Well, same chord, but I just made up a word. I can octafy that. So that's a little bonus for you. So work hard on getting this to different keys. So let's say you want the one chord, well, you want the two chord, and you need the five chord, so you need this. If it's major, so I did a one. I'm thinking five over one. Let's see if I'm in the key of D flat. I'm thinking five over one. If I'm in the key of D and I want the one chord, you just work it out, work it out. If you want me to do this same workout in a different key, drop it in the comments. Just say, can you just do those diatonic harmony in the key of whatever you want, whatever you want. But I actually think you can work this out. Okay, last thing for you. Normally, there is no hard and fast rule on this, but let's go back to the key of C, and we got one chord. For you composers that want to write songs, the one chord can go to any chord it wants to go to. It's Mac Daddy. It might go any old place. So now your ear has to tell you where is that going. But once you get to any other chord, you got a fighting chance to guess where it's going to go next. If I'm on the two chord, remember that's 4 over 2. 6 times out of 10, it's going to go to the 5 chord. 2 chord loves to go to the 5 chord. See that diminished chord? Oh. So work on that. 4, 2 chord. 6 out of 10 is going to the 5 chord. Now, if I'm on the 3 chord, which happens to be a 5 over 3, 3 chord likes to go to the 6 chord. Again, not always, but 6 out of 10. So that's where this 3, 6, 2, 5 chord progression comes from. So let's do that. That's a 5 over 3. When I get to the 6th chord, I'm going to play a B flat diminished over A. Here's that F over D, 4 over 2. It's a good practice. 3, 6, 2, 5. 2 likes to go to 5. 3 likes to go to 6. Now when you get to 4, I told you that's a 1 over 4 or 6 over 4. Your choice. Pick one. Pick one. Your choice. 4 likes to go to 1. 4 likes to go to that's an amen thing. 4 likes to go to 1. 4 to 1. Sometimes 4 can go to 5. 4 to a 5. Now I already explained how I formed this 5 chord. So 4, let's take that to 5. 5. Now this is 8 out of 10. 5 likes to go to 1. Not 100% of the time, but 8 out of 10 times. 6 chord likes to go to the 2 chord. 6 chord likes to go to the 2 chord. And then the 7 chord, or that's a minor 7. I didn't mention that one either. 5 and 7, I didn't really. That's a whole nother discussion about passing chords today. 7 chord likes to go to some kind of 3 chord. So 3, I already told you, is a 5 over 3. So that's 3 likes to go. So let's just do that whole thing. So we got 7 likes to go to 3. likes to go to 6. 6 likes to go to 2. 2 likes to go to 5. And 5 likes to go to 1. You notice throughout this entire video, I was restricting myself in the right hand to just play triads. If you get these formulas down, work on them a little bit. Think of the other keys. When you see a chord progression, or you make up your own chord progression, or you see a lead sheet or a chorded song, you can just wipe that out, and now you have some pretty good sounding basic chords that you can play. All right, drop a comment if this was helpful, or if you have a question. And this is Mike Detroit signing off. We'll talk to you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.